The ayes are 60, the nays are 40.
This has gone on too long. Too many people have suffered, and it's long overdue.
Turbulence at our nation's airports, fears over access to SNAP benefits, and federal workers wondering about their next paychecks. All of that could be coming to an end soon. 7 Democrats voted last night in support of a new spending bill after a standoff between the party and Republicans.
Political science professor at Davidson College, Dr. Susan Roberts, joining us nice and early this morning to discuss the impact the shutdown has had, officially is still going, what could happen moving forward. Dr. Roberts, good Tuesday morning.
Hello, good to be with you.
Okay, so as of right now, we know the Senate passed along with 9 Democrats that were part of this. Senate vote 60-40 last night. Now it goes to the House, which we're waiting on this morning. I think a lot of people waking up going, oh, good, the government is officially back open. We can get back to business this morning from 9 to 5. That's not how it works. Kind of explain the process of where things stand as of right now.
Well, I think right now you will have workers returning to work. You will have, at least it'll be, slow, but it'll pick up at the airports. I think people aren't thinking, they're thinking in the short term, and they're thinking in terms of the affordability and not the economy. And so I don't think that the Republicans are the big winner in this, is in my calculation.
Okay, and why really is that? Obviously, we had Democrats crossing the aisle. We can pull up on our screen because we have a graphic of who exactly voted across party lines there. They're all right there. And none of them are up for re-election in the midterms. We should note that. But you said that the Republicans are really the big winners here. Why is that?
I really don't think that any of these senators, 2 are retiring. I think that they have to be a little, really, you could call them hopeful, or you could call them naive to think that this vote is going to be a guarantee that it's going to pass with the health care subsidies. I think that the Republicans win in terms of getting this, what they may call a compromise. The Democrats call it a capitulation. I think that if you look at the Senate, they represent a state. When you get back to the House, they really represent their constituents. And that really is a take-it-home bill. And I think people are going to see that pain. I just think the Republicans are going to get a lot of good spin. The Democrats are already characterizing it as a capitulation. The party has caved. Voters care less about the party right now than they do what it's doing to their pocketbook.
Dr. Roberts, you mentioned constituents just a second ago. Both of the North Carolina senators, Tom Tillis and Ted Budd, both voted yes to reopen the government, to end this shutdown. But if we go back months, we know that Senator Tillis, has had issues, didn't vote to support the big, beautiful bill. A lot of that had to do with he didn't want to see North Carolinians lose health care issues. So he's voting yes, but saying, hey, in the next 90 days, we need to revisit this and get back to the areas that we could not agree on as of this point. Do you think that will happen in 90 days? Do you think some of the Affordable Care Act, some of the subsidies will make its way? Where do you think that goes from here?
Well, I think Senator Tillis will be an actor in this. I mean, he's nothing to lose. He's retiring. And you look at this and you say, who really can look at the Medicaid and the subsidies? And that has been the signature of Senator Tillis's change. He may have said, I'm going to retire regardless of one big, beautiful bill. But I think he will at least push this in the Senate. And I think a lot of the senators that voted with the Republicans are making that the centerpiece of what they want to do. I can't see that bringing it up for a vote is not the same thing as guaranteeing that this is going to pass and you'll have these subsidies. To say something's coming up for a vote is a little much of a pipe dream. And I think it's wonderful if they do, but you'll get into the blame game. And you've already seen that in the House. It'll just be a matter of days before Trump starts to blame the Democrats on this in the first place, looking at what's going to happen for Thanksgiving and Christmas and how they were willing to risk that. I just can't see that the framing and the blaming won't make the Republicans look like the winners. And the Democrats, 2026 is far away for the voters and not so far away from the politicians and the elected officials. think that's what the Democrats are banking on as being one of the big benefits that they will get from this shutdown.
Yeah, and agreeing with that, a bit of a risk. And real quickly, Dr. Roberts, the House has been in recess this whole time. Mike Johnson says he's going to call them back. Can they refuse to come back, especially given that Democrats and Hakeem Jeffries has said, we don't like the way that this has been going down?
I think that would be a mistake on their part to refuse to come back, because they're really just, what they want to do is they want to get the Republicans on board as voting against health care. And if they don't go back, we're talking about all the Republicans will return. Will the Democrats? And I think there'd be really a problem with them not politically. And I think both politically and personally, they have to go back, and they have to start working towards making this vote pass. It takes two to tango. It takes the House and the Senate.
That's true, and we're now waiting on the House. Hopefully by the end of this week, we'll have that vote come in and know officially if the shutdown is over. Dr. Susan Roberts, thank you so much for your time and your insight this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.